Alright guys, we are back. So before we start this off, I would suggest that you guys fasten your seatbelts, strap yourselves in, and keep both hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times, because we are about to start one crazy Year 7 off season, man. This is going to be absolutely ridiculous, and I hope you guys enjoy this as much as I'm not going to enjoy it. But as you guys know, Year 7 playoffs just ended, and we did a rematch of the Year 3 Stanley Cup Final. I know I actually went and looked it up myself. I found it was Year 3 that we played Phoenix in the Stanley Cup, so it was a rematch at Year 3. And it went to 7 games, and we managed to beat the Phoenix Coyotes 5-0 in Game 7 to win our third straight Stanley Cup of our GMO commentary. So 3 straight Stanley Cups and 5 Stanley Cups out of the 7 years. So it's been one hell of a dynasty building year so far. But so we're gonna head up to the draft, do the resign, do free agency, and all this stuff in pretty much one long sitting. I'm gonna sit here and just make sure I get everything done for you guys. Obviously, it'll probably be like maybe 3 or 4 separate videos on this stuff, but we're gonna get everything done in this sitting. Free agency, maybe we'll wait on that until you guys see the free agents that we should go after, but I definitely want to get the draft done and the re-sign phase done in this sitting right now. So first off, before we start anything, before we even get started with the draft, let's go all the way up to Friday, and then we'll take a look at our contract situation as well as the player progress that occurred this last season. So give me 1 second, guys. Give me a sip of my water here while this simulation goes. Okay. All right, we're almost done here. Get through the prospects game. I'm interested to see how well Gordon Peckham increased this year. Okay, so the retirements are here. So let's see, anybody noticeable? Steve Ott, Erickson, Gleason, Kopecky. Holy shnikes, that's a long name. Patrick Sharp retired. Kronval has retired. Leno, Camilleri, Weiss, Boyle, Justin Williams, he's out. Gilbert, Scotty Hartnell finally retired on Montreal. Anybody else there? Joe Thornton retired. Brad Richards retired. BOJoeKO retired. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that. That's good. Bruno Gervais retired. Jeff BOJoeKO retired. That's fine. So basically all guys we signed this year. So that kind of sucks that BOJoeKO retired. I was hoping I could maybe get him for one more year, but that's fine. And yeah, that's everybody else. Goalie wise, Devin Dubnyk, Briz finally retires as an LA King. Nickel and Mike Smith retired, so loses Stanley Cup, retire. That would have been one hell of a way to go out, though, right? I guess so. Whatever. All right, so the prospect game. No, we're not going to play on that. We're probably just going to pick the best players possible for this draft. So we made it through the prospects game. Let's check out the contracts. And I was in the right place, contracts, and see how much everybody grew this off season. So let's take a look at the overalls here. So okay, so we'll do forwards first. So it looks like Claude Giroux jumped back down to a 90. So he went up 1 year for a 90, went back down to went up 1 year to a 91, came back down to 90. I mean, he's getting up there in age. He's 31 years old. I mean, he's not pretty much gonna be getting any better. His sign year is next year, so we have to pretty much build all off this year. This may be, depending on how we do it or not. We're definitely not going on a rebuild, that's for sure. We need to make sure we keep the whole core together. But he'll be wanting a cheaper contract next year. The next year, he'll definitely want his retirement contract. And yeah, so we'll have to we could probably sign him for a lot cheaper than 10.4 next year, most definitely. So he still is at a 90. Galchenyuk is at a 90. Was he at a 90 or an 89? I think he was at an 89 and went back up to a 90 because I think he had the really good year this year, 90 points in 82 games. So I think he jumped up to a 90 now. I mean, his shot is powerful as anything. His faceoffs are getting good. Is he now a better faceoff taker than Giroux is? No, Giroux still has better faceoffs. That's fine. Okay, so that's Galchenyuk and Giroux. Shinkruk, I think, actually dropped down to an 88. Yeah, he didn't have as good a season as he did. He's starting to drop off in points each year, but he's still young. I mean, he's still 24. He's still got the 4.5 gold stars. He can still get better anyway. Okay, so Braden Shen, obviously we have to sign him and Shinkirk this year. They're both going to want a lot, especially got Chinook since he went up, so we'll have to base it around those guys. Shen leveled off now in the 86. He lost his 4 gold stars as expected, so that's fine by him. He's up to an 86 now, so he's leveled off. That's still good. He's going to be one hell of an asset to us on that second line. Just gives good defense. Not the greatest offensive player, but he's just a great defensive player. Victor Rask is now in 86. Did he change at all? I'm not really sure about that. He's still technically considered a first liner, but he still has the green stars. He's 26 years old, so he'll be leveling off next year. Skinner leveled off finally. He's going to be 85 overall, so I think Jeff Skinner is probably going to be a no better second liner for us. Coots is 83. I don't think he changed whatsoever. Eric Wellwood's 83. He didn't change. Ryan O'Reilly did not change. Zibanejad's 80. I don't think he changed. Nick Cousins is now at 79. Is he now considered a fourth liner? He's considered a third line scorer. Okay, we'll have to see about that. Oh yeah, but I forgot we have him signed, so we don't have to worry about that to the longest two-way contract. BOJoeKO, he is still a third liner technically. Good defensive awareness. Sean Monahan, he might be ready. He's technically a fourth liner now. He has a very good defensive category as well, so he is ready to come up. Jaden Hart's a 78 as well. So we got three really good defensive young fourth liners here in Ulf BOJoeKO, Sean Monahan, and Jaden Hart. Lundmark, he's still 69. Stortine, he's still 64. Pekka Hentunen, 62, and that's basically it. Okay, so the forwards, nobody really changed all that much except for pretty much Alex Galchenyuk now asserting himself as maybe the top guy on our team, but I still got to give it to Claude Giroux as the veteran guy to see. But Galchenyuk is definitely getting, I think he still has the assistant captain, so he deserves that. Let's check out defense now. Okay, so overall. Okay, so defense, Ryan Murray, yep, he's not going to change. We have to sign him this year. He's still 89 overall. Ryan Pulock still an 86. Shea Theodore still an 86. Petrovic, he leveled off in an 84. Okay, so that's maybe something we have to think about here. We did sign Petrovic long term, but he may be something that we may have to think about trading soon and maybe moving on with a better defenseman because he actually dropped. He actually dropped down to an 84. He was 85 last year. He dropped to an 84. So we may want to go out looking for another top four defenseman if possible. Joseph Morrow, he's still going to keep getting better. Duncan Simons, still at an 82, and Arturi Lehkonen, yeah, we know about him. Goalies, however, okay, so Gordon Peckham only went up by 1. He's still an 87 overall. We have to sign him this year. Definitely he's going to be the first guy we sign. He's still an elite goalie. I mean, he's still going to keep getting better. He's only 23 years old, and if he keeps having seasons like he's having, no doubt in my mind he's going to get good. But look at Pavel Konachev. We started him in the minors every game this season. He already bumped up to a 73 overall, so that's pretty good. Give him probably one more full year in the AHL, and he may be ready as a backup. We're still probably going to need to sign maybe another backup. We can probably get rid of Thomas Greiss, and we can sign a backup in the off season because we don't have to worry about the players in free agency declining our free agency offers again now since last year. So that's something we don't have to worry about. But nobody really Oh yeah, I forgot to check on Ola Moeller too. Moeller actually jumped up to a 75, so that's pretty good. Like I said, one more year with him, and he could get pretty good up there as well. So that's good. All the rookies are getting pretty good, but like I said, it's nobody really increased all that much. It's just going to be one hell of a resign year, so we have to sign everybody and anybody. So that's just basically it. We're just going to go into the draft, just draft the best guy possible. Um, maybe we can. You know what? We'll see about something here first. We may want to look for a defenseman right now. We'll see. We're going to begin the draft, and we'll take a look around because we may want to shop Petrovic. There would be no doubt in my mind. If any team wants to take Petrovic, um, I would be fine with that. So let me see. Petrovic, I'm going to put him on the table. His salary is going to be a very big problem. If we could ship him to the West, that'd be great. Dallas wants him. I would definitely want a defenseman in return. We can get a veteran defenseman now. Keep that in mind. Getting a veteran defenseman would not be bad. John Klingberg, he's 26. He's going to level off. Nah. Well, it doesn't really matter. I really want somebody very good. I mean, we could get maybe possibly a draft pick for Petrovic. because that 5.2 mil would be something I want to get rid of. It's not like he's bad. I mean, he's got good defensive stats. His offense isn't all that great. He has no discipline, which kind of does worry me. But he doesn't seem to take penalties all that much. Only 20 points for the past 2 seasons. So, let's just keep looking through this, because let's just see what other teams have to offer. Ian White, maybe. Cheaper guy, 86 overall, top 4 defenseman. He's a two-way. He's got much better defensive stats than Petrovic does. Racks up the penalty minutes a little bit. I wouldn't mind getting a veteran guy, because a veteran guy who's better than Petrovic and a lot cheaper than Petrovic is. Definitely, I wouldn't mind getting a top 4. Edmonton wants him. They have Bouwmeester way too much. Ray Whitney. Not Ray Whitney. Ryan Whitney, no. Petrie. Theo Peckham. Toybert. Who's this Gernot guy? Martin Gernot. I'll skip on him. Florida. A lot of teams want him. Montreal. I know they got some pretty good. Nathan Beaulieu. How's he turning out to be for you guys? He's 85. It's not bad. He's got a good contract too, a really good contract, actually. Let's just keep looking. Nashville, no. Jersey, no. Nobody really I want to send in the East. Ottawa, I mean, let's see. Carlson, no. Subban, no. Cody Ceci, they have to sign him this year. Nah, I don't feel like doing that. Phoenix, we know Phoenix has some good defensemen. I mean, tons of good defensemen, actually. Cano, who's this Sundin guy? Stefan Sundin, defensive defenseman. That's the one thing we don't have on our team, is we do not have a defensive defenseman. We have all two-way and offensive guys. Let's see. I mean, they still have Luke Shen. He's not really all that great. Pittsburgh. I mean, Schittsburg, no. San Jose. Burns. They're looking to deal Brett Burns. Can maybe get him for cheap. Vlasic, no. Demers, no. St. Louis, no. Tampa. Stamkos, Voracek, Hedman. Matt Carl, no. It's not really much of a Aronin, who's this guy? Timo Aronin. He's got good stats. You know what I think? I don't know what defensive prospects are going to be available in the draft this year. Not in the draft, in free agency. Because wow, they want to deal Dan Hamhuis. He's actually pretty good too. It's just that salary's way too much to handle. I really would just like to trade Petrovic for a draft pick, because not even a draft pick. Do even draft picks matter right now? I don't know. That 5.2 mil could definitely save a lot of time. And we could probably sign somebody in free agency for a lot less. You know what? I think I'm going to just wait till free agency, and then we could get rid of him. And then we could see who's available when free agency comes. So for right now, we'll keep him. We'll try to re-sign everybody for that. But yeah, we're just going to do this draft real quick. Quick sum up to us. See who's the best available. Alright, so offensive guys. Let's just see. Skaters. That's overall. Okay, so we got Jonas Weinrich, Ethan Boys, Ladislav Keitner, Alexander Kuchin, Vyeshk. Oh god, these names. Let's see. There's only a couple first rounders still left. 3.5 star guys. So Jonas Weinrich, it's either Weinrich or Weinrich, Ethan Boys, and Ladislav Keitner. So there's a 19-year-old defensive defenseman, 18-year-old playmaker, and 18-year-old power forward. This guy's from the Extralino Hockey League. His stats are fairly accurate too. Looks like a good, fast skating defensive defenseman. Ladislav Keitner. So, because our scout did pretty good job of pretty much evaluating anything. Ethan Boys, we don't have a very good thing on him. Jonas Weinrich or Weinreich, whatever. He's 18 years old. He's 231 as a what is he? He is 231 pounds, 6'2". Oh, he's a power forward. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, Jesus Christ, for 18 years old, big boy. You know what? Is there any good goalies out there? I doubt there's any really good goalies. There's a 3.5-star goalie, Kimmo Sorensen. He's not expected to go to a third round. There's a lot of 3-star goalies as well, but no, I think we should take up that defenseman. We have enough offensive prospects as of right now, and all of our pretty much top guns on offense are young anyway. So why don't we just take up this guy, this 19-year-old guy from Slovakia? And I mean, look, the stats look like we have him scouted fairly accurately too. So why not? Let's grab this guy up, Ladislav Kitener from Slovakia, 19-year-old defensive defenseman. I shall pick you to go on our team. So there we go. And yeah, we do have some second round picks. I forgot about that. We have the 8th overall pick in the second round and the 13th as well. So that should be good. Remember, because we traded all those guys who were unsigned to other teams. So maybe we can pick up somebody else. Let's see. So there's still a lot of 3.5-star guys actually. Jay Perron, Alexander Kuchlin, Vyeshkalov, Kukalov. Philippe Hedja, and Matthias Lundqvist. So we got a center, another defenseman, left wing, lots of offensive guys. Let's see. Jay Perrin. We could probably pick up 2 of these guys. He's from Austria, Belarus, the Ukraine, the Czech, and a Swede. So we got a playmaker, center playmaker, a left wing sniper, left wing sniper, left wing playmaker. I would definitely want to pick up a sniper. Let's check out see how accurately we have any of these guys scouted. Kukin, no. Kukalov, no. Lundqvist, do we have him scouted? No. This Philippe Hedja guy, he's a defenseman. Yeah, we have a lot of our defensemen scouted pretty well. His defensive category looks really good. A 4.5-star defensive category. We can maybe pick him up at number 13 if he's still there, because he's only like a second or third round pick. So if he's still there, we'll go after him. But who should we go for? How about this guy, Jay Perron from Austria? Now we don't have him scouted out. Let's try to pick a sniper. What do you think? The 18-year-old from Belarus, or a 19-year-old from the Ukraine, or a 19-year-old from, well, he's a playmaker. What do we want? The Belarus guy, or do we want the Ukraine guy? 5'10", 176, 6'2", 195. So he's a pretty tall sniper. He's a short guy. I want some guys who are going to be taking the body. So we're going to pick Alexander Kukin or Kuchin, or Cook or Cook Coughlin. I don't even know. I'm not good with those kind of last names from that part of Europe. So we'll skip that guy. Let's see if that guy gets picked. Atkinson, Connolly. No, he did not get picked. That's good. So I think I'm going to pick up that defenseman as well. I'm going to pick up. Where's he at? Where'd he go? Philippe Hedja. I'm going to pick him up early on in the second round, even though he says he might be around. Till the third round, I'm going to pick him up right away. Philippe Hedja, 6'6", 221. Hell yeah, dude. He's a pretty tall-ass guy, too. Damn. Yeah, I'm going to take him. And let's quick him up to number 30, see who is still left. Michael Zubers, no. Nobody really all that good left. Is there any goalies that are still left? That 3.5-star goalie is still there, so I will take this guy, Kimmo Sorensen. He's a 6'7" goalie, 218, man. 20-year-old, fantastic fin. Hell yeah, I'll take this goalie as well. So we got some pretty good draft picks. We got the first overall in the third round as well. Tons of picks this year, man. Tons of picks. Okay, so we have the first and the third. It's basically just 3-star guys now. It's just basically who we have scouted pretty well and projected. So there's a lot of second-round picks. Emmanuel Fontaine, we definitely want to try to pick up a forward because we got 2 defensemen and a goalie. Rich Stahl, maybe another Stahl brother. Kelvin Bell, 19-year-old from Canada, OHL. He's not really scouted all that well. Joel Steves, 18-year-old from the United States. Now we'll skip on him. Definitely want to go after one of these guys. So it's either going to be Johnny Marczak, not Emmanuel Fontaine, so Michael Zubris or Johnny Marczak. So he's from the QMJHL. We didn't scout forwards all that much this year. Michael Zubris is an 18-year-old from Slovakia. So we could have 2 Slovaks on our team. You know what? We'll switch it up. He's a center. He's a left wing. We have plenty of centers on our team. He's from Canada. I'll take the 18-year-old Slovak. He's a power forward too, so that could be pretty good for us. So I'll take Michael Zubris. Similar all the way up to here. So we still got some 3-star guys because they could technically be up to 3.5-star guys because we haven't scouted offensive guys all that much. Okay, so what we got? Not that much left. Ray Kirkpatrick, he's a 3rd, 4th round guy. We'll skip on him. Morgan Bork, Billy Davidson, Francois Bordleo. Okay, so it's going to be between Francois Bordleo, Billy Davidson, or Ray Kirkpatrick. Okay, so we got a grinder, a power forward, and a sniper, or a left wing, or a center playmaker, and Morgan Bork, or Bork, I guess Bork. Yeah, I'll take this guy, Morgan Bork. Grab him. Go on the 23rd pick now, and Ray Kirkpatrick's still here. He's a sniper. Yeah, we'll take Ray Kirkpatrick. Why not? And number 30 doesn't matter. Doesn't look like it matters all that much. Goalies, are still any good goalies left? No. Defensemen, any good defensemen still left? No. We'll just do an auto draft for the rest of the draft, and we'll just cozy on through that. And the entry draft is now over. Very good. Alright, so, yeah, there's some trades here. Edmonton got Dennis Wideman. Calgary got Warren Meyer and Gilbert Brule. Okay. Alright. Now comes the fun part. Alright. This is gonna be fun. I'm gonna need a sip of my water. I'm gonna need to take like a little 5-minute break here before we go right into this. I need to stretch a little bit, so here we go. The resign phase. Let's see if we can get this done.